Bio-nanogenomics, technical analysis, fundamental statistics, along with reviewing my current position data, price charts, starting off the price action. I want to show you the super trend indicator. That's right, the super trend. It's like, what the hell? What does the super trend mean? Okay, this basically shows you when you're in bullish or bearish territory. It's very simple. The green means you're in bullish. Red means you're in bearish territory, okay? Now, if this is actually accurate, Brandon, what the heck is this freaking line, squiggly line going everywhere? Why am I supposed to trust this? You've got 1,000 lines going up here, and they don't mean you're necessarily going to be right in your predictions. That's true. But if we go back in the past here, since we on the 4-hourly chart, right, every chart's going to be, every time frame's going to be different. When we started the run up, this trend has been forming, and we have followed it ever since it has been green. And when the price action has been above this super trend line, and of course, guess what? These lines act as support and resistance often. You can see we have followed the trend of a bullish rough uptrend since we have been in bullish territory since the very beginning. When we flipped red right in here, guess what? That was basically exactly when the crazy carnage in the streets started happening. That doesn't mean this is a perfect indicator, but look at what is happening recently. You guessed it if you saw it earlier. Okay, I'm sure many of you did. It has flipped green. And of course, this could mean it's a dead cat bounce. You know, if you want to call this one a dead cat bounce, I mean, it's a 100% run up almost, but still call it a dead cat bounce if you want, right? Compared to all time highs, we're not at that high of valuation, but nonetheless, we do have a double bottom here. That's number one. We have the bullish confirmation and switch out of this trend line. We also have the bullish confirmation according to the super trend lines, right? We have the bullish super trend line starting now since the 31st of March. And we also have one more thing that we need that is not actually good news, though. Those are all good news that I just listed, but I want to show you the daily chart. If I go and draw up a trend line here, let's turn this off so you can see this a little more simply, because I thought we already have enough lines here. If we draw a trend line right here, there is a bit of a scary trend line. It does go something like this, roughly. That is roughly what we are looking at. Now, is this trend line that accurate? On the daily, it looks pretty verified. The only thing is, you know, we saw no support here. We got a perfect validation there, though. We got 3 more perfect validations, you know, especially two perfect validations right here on this descending level of resistance here. I think we are still in reversal territory. Of course, we broke through these 2 descending purple resistance lines. Those 2 were more important, in my opinion, because when we saw the bounce in the correction first time, we got rejected perfectly at that level. And then that was what sent us back down all the way to test this ascending level of support that we have been forming since the bottom of the correction. We got the bounce. We broke out. Now we are currently trying so hard to break out of this other level. If we maximize the NASDAQ here today, we can see how we did. We did amazing. We did absolutely amazing, and our stocks are still struggling. More on that in a little bit. But our stock, BioNano, is trying its hardest to break out of this descending level. If we could get a daily close above this descending red resistance level, this one right here that we have validated, going back as far as the start of the bull pennant that we have had drawn up for a very long time. It's the same resistance line. I just had not extended it very far out. This line, once we break out of this, I am thinking we're going to be seeing a strong move to the upside once we break out of this, because number one, that would be 1,000% confirmed we are now out of bearish territory. 1,000% if we broke above that. And I think we are still in bullish territory right now because we have still broken out of the 2 most important resistance levels. This is the third one, the third main one, I would say. These other ones, these red rectangular levels, these Fibonacci levels, those are not as important because the price action doesn't respect it as much as it does this one. I think you can disagree with me on that. That's fine. These are just what I think is gonna happen. I would expect a big move to the upside if we got a daily close above this descending level of resistance. I would expect that very soon. Short term, whether that's a couple days, couple hours. Maybe if it doesn't happen in a couple of days or maybe 1 or 2 weeks, I would not expect that to happen just because of the technicals. And remember, news trumps technical analysis, and the markets trump technical analysis. So remember that. We can get freaking some crazy catalyst, some headwind that will just take us down to getting delisted. Okay, remember that. But that is what we're looking at as far as the price action. Those are the 2 most important things. Quickly going over some other indicators just so I can show you there's nothing really crazy here. I want to put the Bollinger Bands on. Okay. The middle Bollinger Band is still trading at 840, and we are currently trading at 817. We did push higher on the day. We're at 4%. We're not doing too great after hours. We were down 2% after hours, but I have said this for a while, guys. I know this is hard to see because it's very scrunched and the daily is stupid like this. Okay, it's hard to see, but we have seen significant resistance. We've got that descending level. We've got a lot of short sellers and a lot of weenie baby paper hands also helping the Bollinger Band. And we've got that descending level resistance. We've got all three of those things, the Bollinger Band, resistance level, and paper hands, all selling right when we get to that 840 level, roughly, right? The Bollinger Band is not helping with that. Once we get above that, that is also going to give us some more momentum to push over that descending resistance level, which is the most important thing that we do here. Also, if we look at the MACD on the daily, I want to look at the MACD on the daily. Okay, let's do the MACD here. All right, there we go. All right, we are almost. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is what I've been calling for weeks, guys. I have been calling this for weeks. I haven't been calling, I guess, but I've been bringing this to your attention almost every day of technical analysis here. I've been saying once we get that not that golden cross, once we get the bullish confirmation, the bullish crossover, whatever you want to freaking call it, that is going to be awesome. Okay. We're going to 100, guys. No, okay, we're not going to 100, but that is going to represent some very, very significant bullish sentiment for the stock, I think. Why do I say that? Because the daily is more important in anything in the lines, the trend lines, the resistance levels, the MACD, the RSI. Bigger time frames are more important than smaller time frames. For example, the 1 minute chart, if you go up and draw the bullpen on the 1 minute chart, that is going to get trumped by a million other things like the daily, like the 4 hourly, like the hourly, okay, anything, weekly, okay? So, one of the biggest rules in technical analysis is the higher the time frame, the chart patterns and the indicators, the more likelihood they actually have of happening. That is an important indicator. And we are about to get that crossover that I've been talking about. I've been talking about this for weeks. I've been calling this. You guys know I've been saying this for weeks. Once we get that cross, you better watch out. That's the giant. Once we get this, let me just give you an example. Okay, let me just give you an example of how serious I am. Once we break out of this, if we were to cross over that middle Bollinger Band, and if we were able to cross above this, and if we were able to get a daily crossover, a bullish confirmation on the MACD over the signal line, that is a load up sign. I mean, that is like every indicator that you mean. Also, we just got insiders news. We just got the insider news, and we just got like 2 articles today, or 1 article today, and a couple 2 articles a couple days ago, all bullish. We got the insider news, and we got another major catalyst today. Use YouTube chapters if you don't want to hear me rant like this. But this is getting to be very auspicious, and I am actually considering right now throwing all of my buying power in right now, or maybe not all of it, but I am considering adding to my position for BioNano. If we were to break out of this, I will 100% be playing the breakout. I can promise you that. So that is what we're looking at as far as the technicals. But real quick, let's just go over this KI. There's nothing really interesting here. Okay, I threw on some more I threw on the orthodox moving averages, the 180, the 9 moving average, 9-day moving average, and the 9-day EMA. I threw on all of those just to give you some more orthodox. I want to give you guys everyone's opinions. I use what might be considered weird moving averages. I find them to be the most significant, but these are some other moving averages that a lot of people like to use, so I throw them on there. And I just want to say that we are still in bullish territory, given that we have all the golden crosses that you want. Basically, we have the 2 most important ones on there. Okay, RSI. All right, let's check the RSI real quick. All right, we're looking at 46, so we're still more oversold and overbought. We're closer to being at 30 than 70. Very, very bullish. It's not on 30, right? It's not in the golden range on the RSI, but it's still a great buy. For example, if you would have bought at freaking 98 on the RSI, you would have been sitting fine. You could have sold for near a 3x. Okay, if you actually bought in at 90 on the RSI. So it's not everything, but it's still bullish nonetheless. Which will provide this year, new version of Saphyr, right? Which will provide a 1,400% throughput increase. Now, this guy is going on about this. We covered this like 2 weeks ago, like 1.5, 2 weeks ago, literally. All right. I'm not bragging. Okay. I'm just telling you, most of the other people in this BNGO space, they're not providing you with this. They're not giving you daily updates. I ask you, is the new version of Saphyr simply being built to support high volume labs? Just more of the same. Or will Saphyr 2.0 represent more than just a throughput increase? Now, BioNano, this is interesting, actually. This is an interesting idea. This is not as speculative and gambling-like as calling, ArkInvest is going to go in. They're all in, bro. I have the proof right here, but they don't link anything, right? We've all seen those comments on Weibo, right? But this actually has some legitimacy to it. Is this just to increase the throughput by 1,400%, or do the specs go beyond volume to additional capabilities? There is certainly a chance They do have a patent here. Okay, yeah, they do have the nano nozzle device arrays. Okay, macromolecular structure, including DNA sequencing, are disclosed. They have the patent. They are engineering a new platform, right? We know that because they said in Q4 they're going to be doing the Saphyr 2.0. I don't know if they called it the Saphyr 2.0, but they said they're going to make a new version of the Saphyr, which will have a higher throughput that is 1,400% more. Okay, at a minimum, they will want to keep the door open to incorporating nano nozzle moving forward. Okay, this is more the same of what I've been saying all the time. Okay, this is a little more detailed than what I've been saying, but I have been saying for months now, BioNano and the optical genome space, optical genome mapping space, literally is going to have things that no one is predicting because it's a new space. No one online is the CEO. They don't know. No one knows what they have planned, and I guarantee you, they have things planned that no one knows about. I guarantee you this. Why do I guarantee this? Okay, technically, I can't guarantee this. Okay, I'm not financially guaranteeing you this. Okay, but I will say that because the insider transactions, they know something that we don't. And because they are so bullish and how many shares they purchased the right to buy now, they have the right to buy. Eric has he has the right to buy 775,000 shares. I'm going to put a card in the top right now if you want to go see that and want to see the proof on why I'm so bullish on the inside, why I think Eric knows something that we don't. It's entirely conceivable that BNGO is worth $50 share price next year and $500 share price in the next decade. I know these things are hard to imagine, but my goodness, try early investors in Illumina and Tesla and any other stock that has been successful. Literally every stock that has been successful was at a point where people will say, "Oh, Brandon, your price targets are so fanciful, dude. $50? Dude, I'm unsubscribed." I literally had someone say that. I had someone comment, it's very ignorant in my opinion. They said literally, "You were a dreamer, unsubscribed when I saw the price targets." Okay, that's just closed-minded in my opinion. This person right here in this Reddit thread understands fully, and great minds think alike. Okay, this guy, that saying certainly applies to this situation, I think. Okay, like my goodness, try early investors in Illumina would not have envisioned as a share price of nearly $400, but that's what we are building here. The next Illumina. Okay, I'll link in the description if you want to read it. This is amazing news. Okay, it's not amazing. It's not If it was groundbreaking, I would be doing a more thorough look through in this and actually explaining on what all this crap is, right? But it's good news nonetheless. New article. Is it worth investing in biogenomics right now? Okay, the only thing worthwhile in this whole freaking article, this is pretty bad article. Okay, there's nothing in here. It's just BNGO's, oh, it went down 5% this day. It went up 4% this way. Okay, no one cares about how far we went up one day. We want to care about what the future holds. And if you don't have any good information, I'm not going to cover it, but this one does have this. Okay, opinions of the stock are interesting as 3 analysts out of 3 who provided ratings declared the stock was a buy. 0 rated the stock as overweight. 0 rated it as a hold and a sell. Even the institution, it's clear. It's a clear buy and it's an auspicious buy when even the stupid freaking retarded Wall Street analysts in suits that are weenie babies and cannot hold through a downtrend, they realize that, hey, it's a good buy. You know what they do when the stock is soaring, they say, "Oh, it looks like a great buy right now. Biogenomics so good. We called this." They didn't call this. And then when it's downtrending, they're like, "Oh no, this is a scam. This is sell out, guys." I hate how a lot of these guys do it. Not everyone, right? These guys might be good, but a lot of them suck. All right, the recent poll. Look, okay, even another one. Okay, it's April 2nd. This one's a couple days ago. And this one was today. This one was 4 hours ago, I believe. There's a lot of good stuff in here, but nonetheless, this is just another thing, another article that likes what they're seeing. Okay, they're going over the financials. Okay, also, yeah, right. Perhaps the most encouraging element of its financials is its strong balance sheet position. It ended 2020 with $38 million in cash. If you're thinking, "Oh, they don't make any revenue, man, how are they going to expand their business?" Well, BNGO, they can't expand, right? They cannot. They don't have money to. They do have money too. Okay, just because they're not making revenue, just because they're not profitable right now, just because their net income is negative, their earnings per share is negative, it doesn't mean they don't have cash. They raised another $335 million in 2021 or 2020, throughout both, I believe. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Therefore, okay. And the CFO's chief financial officer, his words, Chris Stewart. As we begin 2021, BioNano's balance sheet is in its strongest position ever. Okay. Even the bears, even Artem on the BNGO subreddit, if you know who I'm talking about, that freaking excuse for a human. Okay, that's a little harsh, but even him, he cannot even deny that this is a great buying opportunity right now at its current price. The technicals are amazing. The news is amazing. The market is doing well, although the NASDAQ has been going up at an alarming rate. And our stocks have not, though, which means a correction for our stocks is going to be happening pretty soon. So this is great. This is great news. Okay, I'm not going to go over all this. This is a good article, actually. This other one kind of sucks, but I'm going to link this one in if you want to see that. It's really cool. Current positions, $50 into your bear case. I am serious. That is what I think is going to happen. I can be wrong. And if you think I'm a madman, oh, you're a dreamer. I literally got that person that said I'm a dreamer. Very ignorant, very naive, in my opinion. At least give my video where I justify this in full depth a chance. It's literally called Justification of my $200 end of year bull case price target. And I think I have some for the $50. Go skip to the current position section and watch that there. I'm not going to repeat all of that. I might one day, but I think it's too early now. It'd be a little redundant, I think. But these are my current positions. Okay, I did sell out of Mara and Riot today. I wish I got in today. I almost bought the dip, but I did not. I wish I did. I missed out on some profits, but nonetheless, I still had I had like 3%, 4% of my portfolio in. Took some profits on that today. For Mara, took profits completely on Mara. I was up like 40% in a couple weeks, in probably less than 2 weeks. So yeah, took some profits. I am looking to get in lower. But yeah, I don't want to make this 7 years long. Relevant measures done. Okay, this is not financial advice, guys. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.